What is going on, everyone? Nathan coming back at you, the Showdown Live. Some more Almost Any Ability. You're damn right we're playing some more, because I found a team that I am absolutely in love with right now, and I had to show it to you guys here, because last night I had my Almost Any Ability tournament. You know, I've always got tournaments going Monday at 9 p.m. EST on my stream. You should be there or be square. Come on, you don't want to be square, you guys. You want to be in the chat, having a fun time, watching us do some sick tournament games. Speaking of which, next week I have a $100 pot for an OU tournament on Monday to be co-hosted with Finchinator. Should be really lit. Hope to see you guys there. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to promote. I'm here to talk about this set that I found on our tournament last night, and I was completely in love with it. Doesn't seem too, like, you know, oftentimes my appeal for AAA is like these crazy out there sets that made me go, oh my god, you thought to put, like, you know, levitate on a Magnezone. Somebody just said that in my comments recently, like a levitate on Magnezone, and then give it body press and iron defense and heavy slam, so it's this like physical defensive breaker. That's very cool, and like that's obviously the appeal of AAA. That's how I always pitch it, is like the idea of these cool pairings and shit. But this is just a standard, mostly standard team with the possible exception of some heat right here, but I'll get to that in a second. The idea is pretty simple and straightforward, and because of that simplicity, I immediately saw it, and like in 30 seconds I went, oh my god, I love this team. Because the concept is you get three very strong, essentially irresistible sweepers. There's of course gonna be some resist, like Chansey handles Cephalon mostly fine, and you know there's a lot of dedicated Weeball counters that we always talk about, and the Zygarde's gonna have a couple counters too. But the general gist is that they are not impossible, but very, very, there's no purely unwallable Pokemon, otherwise it would likely get banned to be too broken, but as good as it gets to an unwallable Pokemon, and with a combination of the three, it is unwallable, because anything that can answer a Weavile will get answered by Blacephalon, anything that can answer a Zygarde can get answered by Weavile, etc., right? So that's the idea of this team, is you have just a solid core of offensive breakers that nobody can really deal with, not much in the way of a sweeper, but all three of these Pokemon are so fast that you almost don't even need them. Like, they can sweep just fine as is, hitting, you know, faster than Gengar, all three of them. So very potent. And then the focus of the team in turn becomes on its pivots, because if it's offense versus offense, the key is who can get in their own offensive Pokemon as often and as successfully as possible, right? Because sure, I could switch my Zygarde into like Blacephalon's Fire Blast, but that's not gonna be great, because Zygarde can only do that once or twice before it's out for the count, and it probably dies to a Mind Blown. I don't know that head calc off the top of my head, but I imagine it is OHKO. So going offense versus offense is dangerous, and the key then becomes to controlling this game is who can pivot as successfully as possible. Because if instead of going to like a Zygarde straight away on a Blacephalon, if I go to my Chansey and then teleport out immediately as they go to their counter, and then I can counterpick them, that's incredible. And the same's gonna go for a Swampert with a Flip Turn and a Corviknight with Intimidate. So the focus of this team becomes getting these pivots in quickly and then immediately swapping out. When we were watching, Simp is the person who made this team here, and whenever they use like a Chansey that swapped in, or a Swampert that swapped in, or Corviknight, I'd often predict, okay, you know, Chansey's probably going for a Toxic here, then I go for a Seismic Toss, do whatever. But the way that Simp played it was they almost always immediately went for the pivot, like straight away, even like in reckless situations almost, and it usually paid off because it just meant a free pivot into whichever sweeper was best suited to that situation. So I really love the concept. It's simple. It's just a basic balanced framework of getting your strong Pokemon as soon as possible. These defensive Pokemon aren't meant to like wall Pokemon long term, because it's AAA, the tier is so offensive and so interesting that you really can't do that in the long term. But instead the goal shifts to just acting as a quick little pivot. Oh, you got an answer for this? Well, let me just go swoop, swoop, and then I'll go to this Pokemon, and oh, let me do this, and I'll do this, and yada yada. And we're gonna go against Pyrodowski here. This is actually a member of the tournament last night. I remember seeing them in the tournament, so this should be pretty fun. A big bird up to them. I think this bird up's been lagging. This should probably lag. Let's see. Bird up. Oh, it didn't lag. There we go. This is a tangent. I recently found out that that file of the bird up that goes up there, I don't know what I did when I was making it for OBS, but it is 2 gigs. This right here, bird up, same shirt I'm wearing right now actually, but that's 2 gigs. Isn't this, I don't know what I did. So if that ever lags when I'm in a Showdown Live or something, that is why, because apparently it's the size of like a feature-length movie in terms of file size. I should really talk though. Let my opponent wait long enough. Some sort of defensive Chansey here is likely the case. I'm predicting Regenerator, or more likely Magic Bounce. Corviknight, I imagine that could be a lot actually. Maybe Delta Stream, because it doesn't need a purely, you know, my Corviknight's got Intimidate so that it doesn't get auto-wrecked by this Magic Guard or Technician Weavile. But their Corviknight doesn't necessarily have to do the exact same thing because they've got a Tapu Fini which can cover that same role. Tapu Fini is very flexible, doesn't have to be a regenerator, you know, defog swap in, but it does seem to have a lot, you know, these are two very similar roles in if I saw them on any other team, right? So I'm imagining one of them is some sort of cool offensive set. But speaking of cool offense, Triage, which gives priority to healing moves, including Draining Kiss on Tapu Lele here. It's gonna be really threatening. It's just a strong, you know, Tapu Lele at the best of times, but you give it, you know, Calm Mind and Draining Kiss, it becomes super fearsome. And Druddigon, I have no idea. I'm very scared to see what it's going to be. However, I don't see a lot of answers for Zygarde here. Zygarde's going to 2-hit KO nearly everybody because, I mean, I didn't talk about the team builder at all, but I'm going to choose a lead first before I get into talking again because my opponent's been very kind, very patient thus far. So let's do, who am I going to see? If I see you, I got a pretty safe swap in with my Corviknight. Actually, I like Corviknight as a lead a lot in general, TBH. I think I might just lead it right now. Because we can intimidate on you, and I don't know if you're special or not. Let's see what your base stats are right here. DT, Druddigon. Like, could you run a special set? 60 special attack. No. So the intimidate should be fine to go for a U-turn right now. As they go for stealth rocks or whatever, they could be like a suicide lead, but I'm not too certain. Don't like the idea of going for an outrage on Zygarde right now because it would give them a lot of comfortable swap-ins plus a revenge kill opportunity with Weavile. But the idea of this Zygarde briefly is it's choice band, which on any, you know, OU, whatever RU set you care to run it on, it's always gonna be somewhat effective because a choice banded Mon is hitting really hard. You know, base 100 might not seem very strong, but keep in mind most specs Dracobolts have base 100 special attack. You know, the same attack tier that Ditto is working with, if I remember correctly. Not Ditto, Dugtrio 100, right? Yeah, exactly. So same as Dugtrio, except the difference is that you can't wall it. You can't go to a Corviknight because it's gonna be a 2-hit KO on Corviknight. 1,000 arrows grounds any flying type Pokemon. So the only answer for it is really a grass type or a bug type, like a Buzzwole. But those aren't very common as far as defensive threats, especially not in this tier. And so you give it adaptability, which makes its ground type strong moves even stronger. And you know, you also have the extra priority from extreme speed and toxic to hit in those few swap-ins I might have, and it's a really fearsome breaker all told. But anyways, that's enough of that. I got a Magic Guard Weavile right now. I'm gonna knock off their swap-in as they actually are prankster and they try to glare my Weavile off the rip here. Thank God for Dark type's immunity to prankster. I got a triple XL this time because, yeah, I wanted to knock off that first time to take leftovers off the swap-in. But that tells me that the Corviknight is some sort of offensive set. Obviously a max Fizdef Tapu Fini there. But yeah, I had to triple XL that last time because if the Druddigon had stayed in again and gone for something, knockoff would not have killed. So Tapu Fini swap-ins. I'm just going to Chansey teleport, honestly. And maybe... Oh, they are in defense. So maybe this is the offensive set. See, Toxic seems obvious, but I frankly suspect them to be Magic Guard. This is pretty bad. Let's, I could trick with him Bucephalon. Bucephalon would likely die afterwards, but it's not a terrible situation. Weavile at walls. Zygarde, if I got them low enough, could definitely kill with 1,000 arrows, but actually now that they've boosted their defenses, definitely not. I'm honestly reasonably sure, okay, that they're going to be Magic Guard, but looks like I was wrong there. That's a relief, honestly, the fact that they went to this right here. And I'll go to Corviknight right now. Intimidate again, should answer it pretty nicely. If they glare me, so be it. But I can get a defog off. You know, Corviknight doesn't really care about its speed tier being dropped from these rocks, obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna be able to get this defog off thanks to us being slower, if anything. Oh, they're gonna use a move with negative priority, like Dragon Tail. Okay. So that's fine for us. And oh, they go to Weavile here. I mean, I'm scarfed. Unless you're scarfed. You're not scarfed. They go to Blissey to scout out if I'm scarfed. Very smart play. I like this move from my opponent. Oh, this is the stamina Blissey. Yeah, I talked about this pretty recently. I love the idea. I think it's very, very cool. But I might even wall this Blissey, to be honest, because unless they've got Shadow Ball, which is a possibility, because they run Shadow Ball for this exact specific matchup. Why can I scout it out here? Let's see what they've got. I am giving them stamina boost, to be honest, which is fearsome. But if they got stamina, I can also hit them with Toxic, which is fine. They're going to Toxic me. Oh, and this is Regenerator chance. So I used the Magic Bounce Regenerator Blissey. Let's teleport out here. They know I got the Toxic, so if they stay in, that's frustrating. Well, I'll go to my They're only seismic toss. Actually, Zygarde's not bad there either. It's not bad at all. Or Swampert with Regenerator is probably the best of all three. Okay, let's do it. If they go to, you know, I don't even think they even have a very good swap in right now. Weavile with Magic Guard might be their best bet. But yeah, I know if they're toxic, they have nothing to help them with this. They might also be Heal Bell. In fact, I predict that. But I've got more PP than they're gonna Heal Bell right now. Watch this. Shit, I'm faster. Oh, they teleport. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I respect it. Let's go to Blacephalon on the defog. I think we're in a good situation, all told. You know, we got so much status on our side, which is going to be a bit yucky, but I think we're fine. Oh, they don't have Heal Bell on the Blissey, so I'm getting toxic there was actually a really big deal. Oh, wow. Okay. That's fine. I could trick the Blissey too right now. Definitely a good idea. However, I might want this Blacephalon to help with the Weavile in the long term. And Lele could also be Scarfed. It's not impossible. There's no way it's Scarfed, actually. There's no way. Yeah, why not? Let's trick it. Okay, so Blissey's crippled. That's awesome. We wall it right now. So I can go for a Shadow Ball on this Teleport, which would force in, honestly, Weavile, which I don't love. I'll go for a Mind Blown right here. Keep it pretty low as I teleport out. So now it's into a KO range of everything. Weavile swaps in, but we got the dedicated Corviknight answer right here. Thank you, Intimidate. So I knock off a pretty big chip. Let's roost up. Tapu Lele is a swap right now, which is interesting because if they're running, you know, Draining Kiss and all that stuff, then Corviknight's a pretty good answer. I'm just not going to mess around at all and go straight to my Chansey right now as they Calm Mind. Makes sense. I'll just Toxic again. Everyone getting that smoke right now. Then I can... Actually, the threat is, you know, Chansey isn't the best answer for Draining Kiss Tapu Lele because they've got so much HP that they recover a massive amount from using Draining Kiss. It is pretty fearsome, and this team's got a ton of priority between Weavile's Ice Shard and Zygarde's Banded Extreme Speed, but Triage is +3 priority, so it's really no answer at all. But I've got a Regenerator Chansey here, which is pretty good. They're gonna start accumulating damage real quick. There's no set for this. Okay, I don't know what it's normally running, but I think it's probably Calm Mind, Psychic move. They probably have Focus Blast. They probably have Focus Blast. And at +2.5 with only 2/8 speed def. That does kind of force a swap out because there's no way they're clicking a Psychic or a Draining Kiss right now. I bet they use a Fighting type move right now. This could be a Psycho play. Except it's not. We're looking nice like that. Does Draining Kiss kill us at this point either? Oh gosh, now I'm looking at the calc. Hold on a second, guys. Let me edit around this. Okay, they should be Draining Kissing here, according to my calc. Absolutely should be, because it's like a 2-out KO and they recover enough. So my question then becomes, is Corviknight the move? Is Corviknight the move? How much is Draining Kiss doing then? 20 to 24. I'll risk a swap out again. I could lose to... Actually, I could lose to Weavile if I get that wrong. I still want you for Corviknight. Oh, I don't know. This is tricky. I'm going to Rocky Helmet Swampert. It's not so essential at this point. And the Rocky Helmet will do damage on the Draining Kiss too. So yeah, that plus Toxic. Good stuff. They take 24% right there. Now I can sack. Yeah, they took a ton from that all told. Oh, 2% off. That is so close. Oh, that's frustrating. Well, they can't... I think we're in range to kill with Blacephalon right now. Their priority won't kill us. Yeah, Blacephalon's the play right now. They'll do about 50% right here. And Mind Blown is actually stronger than Shadow Ball, despite Shadow Ball being stronger, according to my calculation. They'll swap out. I'm not sure if that really makes sense, but if they just want a free, easy pivot, that works. I don't love how much Mind Blown PP we're going through, but we still have enough to answer Corviknight pretty effectively. Weavile's going to come back in. I wonder if they double switch to beat my Corviknight right now, but I think we're in pretty good shape, all told. Zygarde hasn't gotten to flex much, but it's looking pretty good in endgame if I can get it in at any point now. Of course, Weavile's faster too, which is a little bit frustrating. If we get full paired right now, would get dicey, I'll admit. Plus it's a flinch. Paraflinch was a definite risk there, yeah. Unfortunate, but not super surprising. Yeah, you're pretty useless now, my dude. Let's roost on the off chance we get it off. No misses. I swear, Weavile's never miss against me on the ladder. My own Weavile, if they're intimidated, I feel like can actually kind of handle it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Can't go to you because even intimidated, you're doing a ton with Ice Shard. Plus, they outspeed us to begin with. Yeah, I mean, the second that Corviknight got paralyzed, I guess I should have been afraid of just the paraflinch threat there. Also, actually, really weird. No, I shouldn't have been afraid of that because it's really weird it's running Icicle Crash instead of Triple Axle, to be honest. That's surprising to me. Yeah, that's very surprising to me. Kind of have to go to Weavile right now. I think we're fine here, not to mention it's at least a speed tie. So I'll do this, and I'll go for my... I went to Feeny last time, right? Well, let's knock off here. As they go to Feeny, there's 20%. I am so terrified of this Weavile now after that situation there. Let's go to... I was going to trick this thing if they set up on me again too, but that's a nasty situation. Oh, is it... Didn't I Toxic this thing? Is it Healing Wish? Well, I'll do it again. Get a Corviknight, which seems to be... I don't remember if I did damage to it first. I'll go to Cephalon right now, possibly U-turning on me. Yeah, maybe I should have teleported. That's frustrating. I think I gotta sack you, but how am I gonna break Corviknight otherwise? I've got Zygarde. It's not an offensive Corviknight, so Zygarde can handle you fine. Just this Weavile situation is so frustrating. Yeah, I think I gotta do it. So let's sack you. Weavile's gonna come in and go for Tapu Fini, 33%, 66% rather. Let's do a double switch to Zygarde. I could lose if I get this wrong, but I think I kind of gotta. Cover everything else pretty fine. Okay, we get that relatively right. Hopefully 1,000 Arrows kills right now. They Iron Defense straight away, so their Prankster, of all things, does a ton. I think this is a setup set, so I think we're actually safe to go for this here. Yeah, they don't have the recovery to handle it. Oh, they're so... Man, that calc was terrible. 18%. We're just at a 2 KO range. They're going to Drain and Kiss me right now. Except we do get it. Oh, we do get it. That's big. The roll. 18 to 19% right there. That's Weavile again. At this stage, I'm really just sending it on Zygarde winning here. So sack Chansey. The Ice Shard. So you will kill me right now. And I'll go for like... It doesn't matter. We're going to die here. Actually, they go to Corviknight. Okay, so it's probably a banded Weavile, which tells us a great deal. Let's teleport out as they U-turn. They did the same last time. I could be mistaken, but I'm down for this. Yeah, we got that right. Super close game. Weavile going to come in. I got to go to mine. It's banded, but, you know, if I get knockoff and I get them into extreme speed range, we're in business. So I'll do it again. We still have a pretty comfortable swap in with Corviknight. I might even set up on the Corviknight if they come in again. Go for Swords Dance. Yeah, fair enough. There it is right there. Probably a U-turn right now. Triple Axle. I wonder how much it would do. Knockoff doing 38. Triple Axle stronger than Knockoff, all told. Yeah, let's go for it. This is not being our game. This is not being our game. They're going to U-turn right now, too, which is so frustrating, which gives Weavile another swap in. Between that and the I forget what the earlier, oh yeah, and the Corviknight full pair, just Weavile's impossible. So let's they're obviously gonna U-turn right now. In which case I can go to my Zygarde in extreme speed and try to win the game with a Weavile. It's possible. Again, a lot of this is coming down to a speed tie, if anything. Banded Weavile obviously taking out Chansey. I can just reset that Chansey situation from last time I went to it. Last time I went to it, I planned to sack it. Yeah, they'll go to it right now. That's fine. I plan to sack this to begin with. And so I can either go for extreme speed with Zygarde, but that lets Corviknight in for free possibly. So I think I got to do Weavile here. And Triple Axle might be stronger than Knockoff. Yeah, because it resists Knockoff and Triple Axle equally. And Triple Axle hits harder. So I'll do that. I almost don't even care about knocking this thing off. So perhaps Swords Dance is the play if I think they're going to go Corviknight right now. Yes. Okay, they stay in. Gives us a shot. Gives us a shot. So they're locked into Knockoff. I wonder if Zygarde can live one. 178 defense. It would be close. It'd be close. We've got less health than this Weavile who did live a Knockoff. It would be so evilly close. Or it could win another speed tie. That may be the case, because Zygarde can revenge kill with extreme speed, but they need to use 1,000 arrows to break the Corviknight. Or I can... No, I think I gotta win a speed tie right now to win the game. That first one didn't really matter so much. It would be nice. It was nice to hit it first. That way we didn't lose that. But yeah, I gotta win another speed tie right now. All right, here we go. Yes! Some luck goes back our way. That's huge. They Draining Kiss there for the death, but Zygarde will be able to handle this just fine. Oh, man. That was terrifying, and Zydog gets to clean it up. Thank God. Roost not gonna cut it here. Nice. I was sweating. Everybody told me to look at my face. I was like, I started this live like this. Oh, it's everything's good. Ha ha ha. Everything's fine. But I was slowly like, oh my God, if I lose. Oh my God, if I lose. Oh my God. It was gonna turn into this. Just the whole live of this screen. But we do somehow survive it. Let's get one more. We're at 21 minutes. I can get one more. I can get one more with this team. I do really love it. Unfortunately, it got really dicey with the Weavile because that was the Corviknight's whole job. Maybe I should have swapped it the Corviknight so I could come back in on an Intimidate or go for another Roost in that last game. But this team really struggles with Weavile, if not for Corviknight. So that one full para there, like, wasn't terribly unlike the RNG. It wasn't like I got super hacked or anything like that. But it's just super unfortunate because this team really, as we saw that last game, it crumples without our dedicated Weavile resist right there. But it's not going to be the case this game because there is no Weavile. So Corviknight's a little bit more freed up in terms of its role here. Weavile I really like, actually, like, commanding matchup, quite good on you too. You could be some sort of Will-O-Wisp set, but we're doing so much damage that I'm almost okay with that. Bad matchup here, but I do have a chance to swap in. You are a terrible matchup, but I also have good swap ins. Probably Swampert if I'm being honest. Yeah, definitely Swampert. And you're not a great matchup either. So great on this side of the matchup for Weavile, bad on this side. Blacephalon is bad, good, bad, good. Not great on this side either, so I'm not gonna leave Blacephalon at all. Chansey, I can teleport. That's just such a passive lead. Chansey gets us virtually nothing except a possible toxic. Swampert gets us a good matchup, We trade rocks for a toxic. Rocks are a toxic. Good matchup. Okay, I think it's probably going to be that. Zydog isn't going to be so effective as long as Powdon's around, but Adaptability does hit hard. If we get it down to like 80, 70%, it might be able to 2-hit KO it as a swap in because everything else is getting smoked by it too. So yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Swampert as a lead. We get the Volcanion round 1 here. I don't have a lot of spit def. Like, do I have to be worried about Steam Eruption right now? I kind of feel afraid, you know? Specs Steam Eruption versus Swampert would definitely do a lot, but we're max defense. Let's send it. Nice. Okay, we take that. Only do 56 though. It's not the best trade, however. One of us is Regenerator, one of us is not. So, I don't think it's a terribly good or bad play, all told. And I'll go for the Toxic right now to work on everything short of Cobalion. Or a Soft Build which shores up another Steam Eruption. I'll go for Toxic. Yeah, nice. No Synchronized to worry about either. Hold on. That was actually not super surprising, but it shouldn't have been surprising, but it was. Like, that was obvious in retrospect, but I did not expect that to happen at all. Plus, we lose Eviolite to the follow-up knockoff. Yeah, you know, both of those plays, not surprising. Has completely totaled my Chansey thus far. Volcaning, it's really scary. Luckily, it's mostly physical attackers in this team, it looks like. Could be a special Salamence, but not our favorite start. Not our favorite start whatsoever. I will go to you, and I will give you a Toxic. Unless you go to Mew again. Yeah, Mew again seems like a good play. Covers anything the Swampert might do to this one. My Swampert might do to their Swampert. Mew kind of answers. I'll Flip Turn. Wow, and they're gonna take away a lot of our Regenerator out there. So looks like Flip Turn was the right play. As they go to Salamence actually, so I guess Rocks was the right play. I really thought they would do. I think Mew was the correct play on their part because it answered just about everything. But fine, fair enough. You know, this could be a Scarfed Salamence, but I'm not betting on it. And Cobalion, actually, now that I look at it, is a really cool answer to our Weavile specifically. I like that on their part. Okay, I'm about to show you guys something disgusting. I think this kills. Unless it's a Scarf Salamence, this should kill. This is disgusting. And they could go to, and the scary thing is I wouldn't expect that if I were them. Okay, we'll see how much damage this does. You know, that's a lot. That's a lot. Stamina Hippowdon, pretty cool tech. So I can go to my... I'll do Swampert here. I don't think it gets body press. If they slack off, I'll go for... I flipped turn to last time here, so I would not expect Rock Spire with them. If they went to Mew this time, it'd be a good play, but I'd be surprised by it given how I just immediately pivoted out last time. So we'll see. We'll see. Rocks would be great. Even a Toxic would be great. We're going to exchange Rocks instead there. That's awesome. I don't have to go to Mew at this point after I've already gotten up Rocks, so I can actually venture a Toxic at this point. They're going to slack off looking for my flip turn, so that's a great swing of events for us right there. Now I can flip turn. The Swampert's actually slower than their Hippowdon, which is really surprising to me. Which means also I can get the slow flip turn off, which will give me a free Blacephalon swap in, which is excellent news for us. Even Weavile strikes me as decently likely. Oh, it did have body press. This Swampert's going through it, guys. I imagine Blacephalon can do it right now. Not Life Orb, so it's not like ridiculously strong, but oh yeah, with that Toxic chip, yeah, we're fine here. Yeah, Swampert's going through it. We're having a hard time. It's an important mon. I don't like how much chip it's taking, all told. Mind Blown. I think it's even going to be a 2-hit KO on Volcanion here. Yeah, that's great news. And then we'll see maybe Salamence in next. Maybe Mew. They don't know I'm choice locked, of course. Swampert makes total sense. Shadow Ball is a 2-hit KO on this thing, but this should be an easy breezy flip turn for them right here. If I flip turn into Corviknight, it gives them a free swap into Volcanion, which I go to my Chansey on, and Chansey might now be 2-hit KO'd by Steam Eruption. So that's not a great play. If I go to my Swampert, it might actually die between rocks and all that stuff. It won't, but it'd be close. Zygarde's not great. Weavile, this is a bad situation. Well, if I have to sack Chansey to Volcanion in a couple plays, so be it. It's not the end of the world. Its only job at the stage of the game is to really answer this Volcanion right now. But they do it to Mew, surprising me. Are they trying to knock off my leftovers, perhaps? Interesting. I could go to Weavile if I expect a knockoff, actually. But if they're a knockoff U-turn set, maybe they defog here, actually. Trying to get their own Volcanion in, because that might be a Specs Volcanion, which would be hampered by rocks. A lot of questions in the air. I'm going to risk a U-turn. They could burn me. They do knock off, as I kind of suspected initially, but that's fine because that gives me... I think Blacephalon's the better play, if anything. You know, Weavile's answered pretty cleanly by Cobalion, whereas Blacephalon, show me the Shadow Ball switch in. Show it to me. Might not be a 2-hit KO on Swampert, actually, all told, as long as... So I want to trick Swampert, my Scarf. So we're kind of faster than everything, except for Cobalion, which... Yeah, I'll Shadow Ball. I'll Shadow Ball. They stay in, going for the knockoff again. But it killed? I was gonna say it's greedy, but that's insane. Very disappointed in you, Blacephalon there. Very, very disappointed. Zydog gets in though. Should be fine. That's disappointing. Blacephalon was pretty good in this matchup, and you know, Swampert's starting to scare me now, but I just didn't think, I thought, you know, if you stay in, fine. First of all, I'm just disappointed it didn't kill. You know, that's shocking. But second of all, the fact that they returned fire was disappointing. However, look at that damage. That's definitely a Spadef Swampert. Easy kill here. They're outsped by Zygarde by their entire team, actually. This is a nasty situation. Not to mention Mew. I gotta imagine has at least one recovery move here, but it's coming in on rocks at 2%. So that's pretty great news. If it's a Scarfed Mens, we'll be able to immediately scout it here with them coming on the rocks. Our opponent's actually gonna say, think this is GG. So maybe they don't have anything faster than Zygarde, which is questionable team building, in my opinion. If your fastest Pokemon is a Cobalion, you are really going to get victimized by all the fast speed in this tier. Like Gengar and, well, other, you know, Salamences, or sorry, Terrakions and Keldeos and all that stuff. Actually, Keldeo's banned. But, I mean, I'll go for it here. This is a pretty important matchup for us. I guess they could be Scarf something, but yeah, we take it out. Yeah, they honestly should not have said think this is GG, because I might have gotten afraid and swapped out there and been a coward or something. They do take damage here. Again, the fact that they said think this is GG is really throwing me for a loop, if I'm being honest. Seems like they are scarfed by that. Their Life Orb, what? Okay, let's U-turn out here. Get young Mr. Weavile and wow. Life Orb. I wonder why they're Life Orb. They must be like sheer force or something. Regardless, that's going to be that. We are going to take this one. And once again, shout outs to choose Sim for this team. They went really far in the bracket. They might have won the whole thing, but they had to leave a little bit early. They got 3rd place and had to leave. It's a super fun team. I recommend you guys use it. It's also a pretty flexible shell. Like if you just want to, you know, if you have a Pokemon that struggles versus steel types, like this Weavile does, struggles. You can swap out this Weavile for whatever sort of offensive Pokemon you've got in mind. Like maybe you have a grass type sweeper. Because Magnet Pull is being banned from the tier, so you can't do what I would do all the time. You know, Magnet Pull is such a famous thing with Showdown content creators because it allows you to use untraditional Pokemon. Because most Pokemon struggle to break your common steel types. So Magnet Pull being banned means you have to be a little bit more creative about breaking steel types. And this team's a pretty great way to do it. Zygarde and Blacephalon, you know, feast on ground types. They have a good core together. Weavile really perfects the trifecta. But if you're trying to team build, and you want a team that will let it, you know, your interesting set pop off, I would recommend this because yeah, you swap out this Weavile as just a basic shell, and let's say you want to promote, you know, I'm really proud of my cool new Lapple team because it's got that interesting gravity or grav apple, and I make it adaptability, right? I think grav apple with adaptability and choice band is the ultimate breaker. I'm not sure. This is like totally off the cuff. Whatever attacker you might have that would struggle versus steel types, this is a good shell to allow them to pop off. Because as I said, this core is something you get in your attackers frequently and easily, thanks to its very pivot-heavy nature. And Zygarde and Blacephalon are going to disincentivize a lot of those same steel type swap-ins for Flapple, maybe even eating them and knocking them out. So I would recommend you use this. This is one of my favorite teams I've seen in AAA. Shoutouts for the 3rd time to choose him for making it and sending it to me here. More importantly, I hope you guys enjoy it too and send it on the ladder with it and stuff like that. However, it's gonna be me done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like that video. Cliche, but it's always true. Helps out the channel a lot. Otherwise, that's me done. Thanks so much. I'll catch you guys next time.